Hello, 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 and welcome to the stream, my first stream of 2023 on the new game. I am DxT Hobo, and we have round 3 here at Las Vegas for RPR. No assist, gotta say no assist. RPR GP1 no assist, and I'm looking forward to this. I couldn't get in last week because of the game update. It just took too long. Week before that, I was on holiday, and yeah, next week I'm also on holiday. So I'm trying to get as much as I can in. But yeah, I do apologise. I'll be better off after next week when I'm on the last holiday. But anyway, let's see what we've missed so far in the drivers and championships, constructors championships even. Started off with your drivers standings. Jack is leading the way currently with 2 wins under his belt. 2 perfect weekends by the looks of it. 2 fastest laps. Did he have 2 poles there as well? It looks like he had 2 poles, to everything. So Jack leading the way with 60 points. We have second place. We have Johnny Stokes with 43. Avi is in third with 21. So it looks like we're going to have a repeat of last season with these top 3. We have Frenzy in fourth with 18 points. James Al is in fifth with 15 points. 16 points. Cherry is in sixth with 15. We have Moreland also technically in sixth with 15 points. Speedy in eighth with 15 points. That guy Alex, aka the little ass kicker, as we're going to see him today, he is in ninth with 14. We have Carl, aka DxT CK Froud. He is currently in. Where is he in? He's in 10th place with 8 points. We have Chubb in 11th place with 6. Rob Simracer is in 12th with 5 points. Rumax is in 13th with 2 points. Ali Defa is in 14th with 1 point, as well as Scotty is 15th with 1 point. Yet to score, we have Ares, GGC, El Stefano. Oh God, who is that? It's a new driver. Khalid, and Andreas. That's what it does to your constructor standings. Ferrari leading the way with 66 points. Second place we have Aston Martin with 44. AlphaTauri are in third with 30. Fourth place we have Mercedes with 21. Williams are in fifth with 18. Red Bull are in sixth with 15. Alpine seventh with 14. Haas are in ninth. Eighth with 9 points. McLaren are in ninth with 5 points. And AlphaTauri with yet to score with nil points. So there we go. Can Moreland still win the championship? I think he just might be able to. So thank you everyone in the party. So first of all, say some hellos and do some little bit of admin. The game might pause because I'm going to potentially touch something on this screen. So it might pause the game. I apologise if it does. First of all, let's go to here. Thank you, Rapixel Racing, for that. What do you call it? Follow. For some reason, that's not actually showing as any sound. So let's see if we can fix that and put that back on. That should be on. Okay, hopefully it comes back. I don't know if it does. I'll try it. Next one anyway. Hepburn as well, 12 days ago. Thank you very much for the follow. And just now, 8 minutes ago, we have Silissa, Sil Laser. Go with Laser. Thank you again for the follow. So we are here in the beautiful looking Vegas circuit. I'm going to quickly just do the usual admin well, that's the admin stuff. Just get the stuff we need to get on. We're going to have short quali this season. Like I said, it's going to pause it. I apologise. I'm trying to do more big things at once, but it doesn't let me do that. But yes, well, there we go. Let's not do that. Hopefully this doesn't crash the game altogether. Johnny Stokes setting the fastest time so far on a 1:32.4. We have Cherry on a 1:33.5. Now I was in the practice session. Cherry does look very, very quick this year on this particular track. Who's the next across the line? We have Rob. Rob at the cross the line now. Going around the final corner. Now started parts of this track. If you haven't seen it, do remind me of other parts of other tracks in the world. Rob gets out of the way there to try and clear the space. Is anyone on a just starting their lap? Ali Defa. So Ali Defa, this part of the track here really reminds me of a little bit of Vietnam with this blind corner, but also a bit of Miami there, the little blind corner. Very similar. The overall feel of this reminds me a lot of Singapore. Moreland goes fastest at 1:32.3. This is a very similar Singapore feel circuit. I think it's the yellow, the yellow boards and everything around here makes it feel Singapore-ish. And again, This reminds me of Jeddah. Jeddah's turn one. It's very similar to Jeddah's turn one. And again, back into Singapore. So, so yeah, it's a very strange feel to this track. I've got a very multi-national track feel to this place. This feels quite unique to this track. Again, here potentially another maybe a Baku feel, or another Singapore, and a long back straight. Definitely feeling a bit like Baku here with a long back straight. The scenery around it is amazing. We're going past the Arc de Triomphe and the what do you call it? The Eiffel Tower. All the beautiful landmarks we have here. Again, another Singapore-ish kind of corner, a kind of section here, as we go past the multi-story car park. And again, a flat out. Now, this flat out corner does remind me a lot of Singapore with the final corner. And here we go. It's flat out now. And a bit of Jeddah thrown in. And Aldifa goes 7th with 134.2. So there we go. Hi, Mrs. Carl. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Let's have a look. Say some hellos. So we've got Cons in the chat. Hello, Cons. Welcome, Cons. Welcome, Cairo. Welcome to Moyland, obviously. He's in the race. Welcome, Ari. Welcome, Laser. Cairo's watching it on a big screen. I will try and keep the swearing to a minimum. Hopefully my volumes and stuff are okay. Obviously we all do have Dutch face as well here. Hope you all had fun during the starting soon with the intro fighters. I'm very well, thank you very much. Thanks for asking. I'm glad you're doing well as well. Hopefully Mr. Carl can do some good here. He's so far set at 136.3 on his first little flyer. Now, what we have seen, I think, in this new game is normally last season you go out quick as you can, try and set one lap and come back in, try and keep tires fresh as possible. This year, it seems to be the norm to try and get 3 or 4 laps under these tires and get some heat into them to try and really utilize them at their best. So that's why you're going to see a lot more, maybe 2 or 3 lappers as we have, hopefully it's like a little slipstream. Looks like, hopefully you don't have to get out of his way, but it's like a lovely little toe here from the Haas boys we're getting. And it's a long straight to do so. 220 miles an hour he should be hitting down the bottom of this straight. I'm sure Carl is thanking his teammate for that one. Nice and quick into the braking area here. Sweeping chicane. And onto the final corner, which is really flat out turn to the left. I'll have some prime quickly while I'm sitting here talking. Carl slightly slower on his tyre. Maybe Aladifa did get in his way slightly. We have a couple of cars on outlaps now. Some cars in the pits. Who's the first car on outlap? Speedy. Now Speedy in practice was struggling. So he's not filled with confidence at the moment, but we'll see what he can do. Now he's on, on the race circuit, I should say. Oh yeah, got my McLaren on. In all fairness, like I like McLaren, I like the orange. The reason why I got this though is because nothing else fit me. I'm a fat bastard. I'm a very fat bastard, so this fit me. Feels nice. Not a fan of this track. I can see why. It's very blind. It reminds me of Jeddah when it first come out, and it reminds me of, as I said, Vietnam as well. Like it's very narrow in sections. It's quite a slippery track. What I'm hearing from the drivers, you're going to see a lot of rear end action here. Like Speedy's a fiend for it. A bit of a tail waggling. A bit of Tokyo drifting here in Singapore. A bit of Tokyo drifting here in Vegas. And that's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to emulate a roulette wheel around here, but it's very easy to do. Leave it all on the track. Speedy now, flying through Sector 2 now. Full throttle at 111. He's hit there on Sector 2. Not sure how good that is. We haven't really keeping track. Through the quick chicane where he's been struggling, and he's struggling again there. As you can see, he goes deep into that corner, and you can't afford to go deep as there's a wall right on the point of braking. You think it's funny, dear? Speedy crashing? No, it is funny. I've got to admit, it is quite funny. There we go, flying around the track. He does set 133.9, which is actually his best time he's set this session today in practice as well. So much better from Mr. Joe. Dan still thinks it's funny. Moylan, have a look what he can do now. Just been jumped by Johnny Stokes instead of 131.8. Moylan is going around sector 1 now. He is in the lovely Red Bull. Well, his lovely Red Bull. He's in the 88 number Red Bull. No audio. Well, no track audio. That I need to turn up a little bit. Is oh yeah, there's no. Is that just because I paused it now though? It might be because I'm on board with the cars. I'll try and turn up a little bit, but I don't want to be. Let me know if it's too loud when we go on board. So that's what my main concern is. If you can still hear me now and I'm clear, then that's good. If it's too loud, let me know and I'll change it. I think it's just because when I'm doing this, I have it so low because I don't want the background noise too much. So I have it quite low when it's outboards. So when I go on boards, it's not too loud. But if it's fine like this, that's cool. We'll leave it as that. The baby is giggling to hell. What's the matter with you? You're in the laughing gas. Lovely. That is how you do it. As there's speed, take notes, get your pad out, start writing notes. That is how you do that chicane. Beautifully done by Moylan there as he approaches the final corner. Flat out now, flying round. Does go faster, doesn't go far, doesn't improve his position, stays in third place, but a 132.1. Good time from him, considering he's not particularly confident on this track either. Anyone else? Where is Avi? Avi just starting. No, he just finished the lap by the looks of it with his fuel load. Speedy's going slowly. We have Little Ass Kicker, aka that guy Alex. So we'll see how we get on. Weather looking like it's going to be sunny throughout, but obviously we'll say I say sunny, dry throughout because we are on a dark circuit. I want to work out why I haven't got any alert box noises because I should have an alert box. I keep doing that, so that pauses me. So I'm just going to quickly pause because I want the alert box to come back. I don't know why it hasn't come back, really. It should be there. I don't know where it would be because it just seems to have disappeared. Yeah, I have got it here. Is it on global? Not too sure where that sound is. Because unless you guys can hear it when I do that, but I don't think you can. No, I don't think it's coming through for some strange reason. I'll just have a little play around with it. Can I go properties maybe? It's annoying. I can't. We're stuck on pause because of this. It's quite frustrating that I can't have both at the same time. But for some reason, there's no sound at all coming through, which I don't understand particularly. And the test widget isn't even well I can follow. Yeah, there's no sound coming through for the widgets. I don't know why. Try the simple one? Let's try the simple one. Well, where's the noise for it though? I don't understand where that has gone. Because it should be there. So I'll try to work it out at some point. Oh, hang on. If I change it to the speakers, maybe that will work. Hopefully that comes back. No, hasn't come back. Hasn't come back. We'll try one more time. No. Don't know where that's gone. I will try and get that fixed in the off. Let's have a look who we can jump on board with. Jump on with Carl now, trying to improve his times, going through sector 3. Again, handles that nicely, beautifully cut that exit curve there. Is the bug with Streamlabs. Come back on and off when it please. Oh, okay, so it's not my fault. Okay. It's just, yeah, because my mixer, I've only got my two, my Logitech and my Yeti, but yeah, I'm not using either of them. I've got the headset. For some reason, it's just not really working. I don't know why. I do want to see actually while I'm here, because for some reason I'm on mono, which I don't know why that's doing that. Does that come through? Am I coming through any clearer or better or worse, or just let me know. I'm just playing around with it, 'cause it does seem to bug it up a little bit. Perfect balance. Save the settings for later. Yeah, I will do. I'll have a little play because I don't know why the um, alert box doesn't work. It doesn't seem to work. So Carl 134.5. Still can't get him off that 12th spot. We'll see what he can do in a minute. Who else we got on board on an outlap? Now Cherry's dropped down a little bit. He's just come out of the pits, so we'll see what he can do in a sec. So has Speedy and Little Ass Kicker very close together on track. Have we got anyone close? Avi is going through Sector 2 at the moment. We have Johnny, Sector 1, so everyone's coming back out on their final outlaps. So we haven't got long left in this session. 1 minute 47 and counting. Rob's retired, so Rob feels he can't go any better. I'm not too sure what's happened to Rob there. We have got Frenzy who's joined now, so Frenzy is back, but he won't set a time. It's Frenzy. Carl's coming straight back into the pit. Did he get damage? I've got... Apparently his tyres are at 100. Doesn't bode well. Might need to change that as well, because that looks like it's the old game. Let's have a look with someone else. See if it's doing that for everyone. Here it is. Okay, so we can't do that, unfortunately. Maybe we can't do any of them, because we might have to turn this off as well, because the weather doesn't seem to be updating properly. But I might have to change all these settings around for the new game. Teething problems for the first stream of the season. So, there's a bit of a queue forming now. Who's the first in the queue? I believe it was Speedy, wasn't it? It was Speedy. So Speedy's going to shoot off now in this queue. Now, if Speedy was clever, he could have backed up a little bit more and tried to see if he can force someone to exit early. But here we go. 30 seconds left in session. Everyone should cross the line with plenty of time to go. Even the Haas there at the back should be able to cross the line, which I believe is Ali Difa. Oh, saying that, it's a tiny bit close, but I think it should be okay. So, whoop, let's grab that, give that back to baby. Alright, so Speedy, can he improve on his best time so far? As he goes around these tight little chicanes here. Crosses the first detection point of the sector. And he is 6/10 faster. Massive improvement here from Speedy. But we know he struggles. Not this corner, but next. Although this corner, not particularly great from Speedy. A bit deep into that, just avoiding the wall there. But this is the corner he struggles with. He can't get the braking down. Flag is now waving for the end of the session. So let's see how Speedy fares. Crosses the second sector line. And he's still 8/10 up. So he's improved by 2/10 there. Can he save it all here? Early braking. It's not amazing. He's invalid it. Ah, it's gutting. He has been struggling around there all day. Little ass kicking out. He's going to be the next to cross that line to end his time. We'll see what Speedy did. 1.2 seconds faster. That's gutting for him. Oh, doesn't it improve there from Little Ass Kicker? Who else is going to cross the line? I believe it's Cherry into the pits. It's... Oh, so is... Oh, everyone's coming into the pits. Moreland's finished. Jack goes even faster still. 4/10 faster. And he goes a 131 dead. Couldn't break into that 130 area, but brilliantly quick here from him. Alidifa also involves his time. So that'll be the end of quali. Bottle job indeed. Definite bottle job from Speedy. 1.2 seconds faster would have put him quite high up on the board, I've got to say. He'd have been in 4th place. At least in 4th place. That is gutting. 4th or 5th anyway. Should be able to do it now, but there we go. Now I can do what I want over here. So there we go. There's your final standings for the short session of quali we've got. Now I want to try and play around a bit more because I want to try and fix my Stream Deck or my Streamlabs. I just want to get the thing back on. That's what I want to do really. But for some reason, it's just not giving me the option to add it. I don't know why. If I do that, maybe that will work to bring it back. Nope, hasn't brought it back. But it should show it. I don't know why it doesn't want to show it. Very strange. Very, very strange. I don't know. What is the matter with this? I'll check the properties again while we're sitting here. Can we go? No, not advanced browser. Control via Stream Deck's lab. Refresh browser when source becomes active. Just want to get it to work, really. That's all I want. Just don't seem to want to give me any sound. I don't know why. There's nothing I can do in the settings, which is weird. So while these guys are picking their strategies, we're just going to wait and see what they're doing. So I suspect it's going to be a dry race. No one's told me anything different. But be surprised if there is any rain here. It is the desert. In the desert, don't remember your name. Alright, if I add another alert box, maybe... No, still nothing. Okay. Very odd. Very odd, very odd. Right. Back to F1. I can't change anything, so we'll go on to this. Let's add this back on, and we'll look at tyres. Okay, so everyone's chosen the mediums apart from Rob. Nice and easy. It would be good as well, like, I don't need to see that much data. Well, that at the moment, is fine. But there we go, there's your tyre choices. Everyone on the mediums apart from Rob, who is on the softs. So we'll come off that. Take that off, just make that a bit smaller, a bit narrower for the start of this. So these guys are coming warming up. We'll have a rundown of the positions. So Jack is your pole sitter for the third week in a row. Moyland is joining them on the second row in second. Rob Moyland is joining him on the first row in second. Third place we have Johnny Stokes. Third is Erez. Erez found pace. Finally, Erez might be back this game. He was very, very up and down last season. Looks like he's found his pace again in the new game. Chubb is in 5th, Avi in 6th, Ali Defa in 7th, Cherry in 8th, Speedy in 9th, but has got pace under his belt, but could pick up a lot of penalties by the looks of it. Arse Kicker, aka Alex, is in 10th. Rob is down in 11th, but he's on them soft tyres, so should he be able to cut through the pack? We'll wait and see. DxT Carl is down in 12th, and Frenzy, obviously not qualifying, is in 13th, but we know he's a lot faster than he makes out. Short quali by default now. Yes, it will be short quali by default. Short quali is going to be going forward at least for the foreseeable. And I've just realised that my chat box isn't... Oh, it is there. Sorry. I didn't see my chat box. Yeah, it is going to be short quali from now on. Actually, I don't want to move that because that is kind of in the wrong place. That should be around here somewhere and a bit bigger. So you guys can see what's going on. Alright, hopefully that doesn't get in the way of anything. It does. Straight in the way. There? Is it alright there? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to get rid of that. There we go. Sorry. It's stupid PC, because every time I do something, it just goes doop, nope. So, now the guys are just getting themselves to the pit slots. Jack leading the way, trying to get the heat into those medium tyres. Bigger? You want it bigger? Alright, where do you want it bigger? I can put it in the middle of the screen, but I can put it like that. Hopefully that's not too... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Hope that's better for you. Interesting actually with this starting grid. It's typical USA track, like with the car started on a bend back here. So it'd be interesting to see with a full grid. Waiting for lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go here. Great start there from Carl. Fantastic getaway. Struggle there from Frenzy. I'm just saying I'm back here. Let's have a little look. Great launch though. Moyland unable to get in front of the Ferrari there as we have a potential entanglement as Avi is dropped down the pack a little bit. Uh, no damage on the car though, it appears to be okay. Obviously we are running with reduced damage this year as well, so a bit of a knock here and there shouldn't be too much to write home about. A great overtake here as we're seeing that little arse kicker getting past Rob. Looks like it could have been. Rob Rob is in ninth at the moment, so Rob hopefully trying to push his way through on those softs. Great start, very clean start as well from these drivers. Only 13 on the grid, but it's still a fantastic start. No one's really struggling to get away. I'll turn my ears up a little bit so it's louder in my ears. So Rob right now in ninth place. A little bit of a pack forming there with Cherry and Avi. Avi's trying to hold on to the back of Speedy, and he's in DRS at the moment, but it's only lap 1, so it won't be activated yet. Moyland is chasing, or being chased by Johnny Stokes, as we've got a full course safety car already, as Frenzy is DNF'd from this race. And a potential damage there with Erez. Erez got no wing. So Frenzy's disqualified for whatever reason. Don't know why he was disqualified. And we have Erez with no front wing. So let's have a little quick pause. Let's see the race director. I did see the disqualification. I thought that was for like the pit reverse on the start line. What was he thinking? I thought that was because he got disqualified for, you know, just not being in his pit box. Not actually just doing that. Right, so full course safety car. Jack's picked it up straight away, so shouldn't be too long. Ferrari don't stand too healthy there. Erez getting a penalty there, speeding in the pit lane, which is what he wouldn't want. Another car's pitted there, little ass kicker, just whacked on the hard tyres. Not a bad choice, really. Not a bad shout. So we'll wait and see. It shouldn't be too long behind the safety car, really, because it's only Erez we're waiting for, and obviously little ass kicker. So we'll wait and see now. Anything else we can look at? Anyone got any warnings already in this? Have a little look. I didn't really look at the warnings. Okay, so you've got Johnny and Chubb having a bit of a love tap, as you can see there. Avi and Chubb having a bit of a love tap. Arse Kicker and Erez with a bit of a crash there. That could have been what caused Erez's damage. We don't know, as he's got both there, and then Erez speeding in the pit lane. So no warnings as such from anyone yet. 2 pit stops. Both are front wings, so yeah, definite damage between these two cars in this lap 1 incident. Obviously, everyone's muted on mine by default because it's just easier that way. Nothing else for me to look at. So safety car already on lap 1. It's too early really for a change. What we can do, we can have a look at the surrounding area. Well, let's look at the beautiful city of Vegas. Okay, as we go through a multi-story car park. Right. Okay, let's find some lovely sightseeing opportunities here. I've got to admit, loving the DL with the TVs on the side of the track. Does look good from a game point of view. Crowd there looking generic as ever. Flag's looking a bit thicker this year, I've got to say, with the marshals. Well, drivers can see right now. Lovely little hotel rooms there. Might see a couple doing the nasty, you never know. Lovely little restaurant there if you want to stop to something to eat. A gas station as well, you know, you need a bit of fuel. Jump into the gas station. More buildings, and I don't know what the hell that building is. A very long building there. A massive globe there, whatever that is. Beautiful looking globe. Again, detail is quite amazing, I've got to say. There's the grandstand. Everyone behind. There's the globe again, right in front of us. Lovely looking globe with a little wheel in the background. And then we've got the monorail. As we're going around the globe. Lovely to see. And in front of us, I believe that is Caesar's Palace to our left. And then we have, whatever that is, welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. possibly the stadium there. Little boutiques and restaurants again. The Winners Plaza is up there. And then we've got the casinos. We head down the strip now. So it looks beautiful. Very nice around here. Lots of bright lights. The Hotel Plaza. Very famous hotel. The Arc de Triomphe. Going past now. Sorry. The Eiffel Tower, even not the Arc de Triomphe. That's somewhere back there. Is the Arc de Triomphe. It is there. So I'm not going mad. It is there. More restaurants and bistros and all manner of things. Safety car is in this lap, so our sightseeing is over. These drivers are going to start now getting ready to go again. As Jack seemed to have glitched inside Moylan there. Eros has left session, which is not a good sign. We'll jump on board with Johnny and we'll see the start of these top two drivers. Jack's gone already. Caught out Moylan a little bit, I've got to say. Great start from Johnny as well back here, as well as Chubb, as both these drivers are looking to make a move. Chubb trying to go around the outside of Johnny into turn one. Side by side now as Chubb, can he get the overtake done in the Ferrari? It's still side by side going through turn 3 and 4. And Johnny's just got the edge, both using overtake to get that move done. I think Chubb has to concede that and he falls back into line. But very punchy from the start there, and he didn't lose too much time chasing after Moylan, Johnny. Oh, late on the brakes there from Chubb as they go into this little tight Jeddah-esque section of track. Moylan's hit the wall. Contact with the wall there from Moylan. I don't know if he's got damage or not. I don't believe so, of what I can see. But he is now lost out to Johnny Stokes. A lot of overtake to use up, though. He's got a lovely slipstream here. He chases down the back of that Aston Martin. This shows you even the best drivers can make a little mistake and throw them off into the purple section of track now with all these neon lights. Jack now 1.6 seconds ahead. He's flown into the distance. So we're going to have a battle for second place. This looks very much like the real season with we have Jack as our Max Verstappen. And then we just basically got a fight for second place. But I say that Johnny is catching him. Johnny is starting to catch. Jack's in the fast lap of the race, 136.1. I'd like to know if he got damage there, but I think this is set to last year's game, so it doesn't really show me any detail. I need to actually get an updated version of that. As Moylan now still trying to hold on to the back of Johnny. Gaps are starting to form, although we have got a little bit of a train forming behind Speedy, by the looks of it. Oh, bit of a arse kick there from Mr. Carl. So let's stay back here for a little bit. Let's see what is happening back here. Joe has got back in with a DRS Aladifa, which he will need to defend from this large train that's formed behind him. Rob still on the soft tyres and wants to really make the most of these now. 5 laps in, obviously these tyres have been under safety car for most of the race. It looks to go the inside, goes a bit wide and did deep into that and lets little arse kicker go straight through. Yellow flags are waving at the back as Carl had a bit of a moment. Did Carl get damaged? Doesn't look like there is damage on that car. But Speedy and Avi going side by side. Avi getting the move done down the long back straight. Can Speedy get back past? Not using any of the slipstream there. Brakes early for this corner. Preempting a mistake there, but Avi able to get the car stopped in time and makes the move very cleanly done. Jack, another fastest lap. Beaten straight away by Johnny. Beaten straight away by Moyland. So these front three really pushing it now as they are chasing down the race win. We have a bit of a gap now between the two Ferraris, really. So Jack got 1.2 second gap between him and his nearest rival, Johnny Stokes and Moyland. Chubb with an 8/10 gap, but he's 3.3 seconds behind Moyland in third place. It's good points here for Ferrari, though. Looking to do a double for these partnership, Jack and Chubb, on the constructors. They did win it last year. The gaps are forming again at the back here as Speedy seems to be able to drop Cherry, but Cherry's still under pressure from Alex, aka the little ass kicker. Overtake being deployed there from both drivers, as you can see. 32% as Cherry got, and Alex is on 81. They're doing very healthy there on the RS. Johnny is reeling in Jack. Oh, who went straight off there? That was Rob. Rob make up his own track, but he's okay. Little ass kicker now with DRS, getting the move done past Cherry through this extremely fast section of track. Cherry can only just watch as the Alpine gets further and further away. Speedy making the move done now on Avi as they go side by side, but Avi gets that move back again. Great battle in here from these guys in 6th and 7th and 8th and 9th, all having a little fight. And while these guys are fighting, Alex has caught up and within DRS as well. Speedy now looking to try and get on the inside of Avi. He has got no confidence at the moment. Avi goes deep into turn 1. Yellow flags are waving again as it's Chubb gone round. Chubb has gone round on turn 1. I did say earlier it was a low traction circuit and he has got major wing damage there, so you have to get that changed. So he's going to put him at the back of the pack. Look on board with the front drivers now. Johnny really close now, could be within DRS. He has dropped Moyland a little bit. Moyland's a lot of overtake to use up compared to Johnny. Johnny on 90% as Rob's retired. Rob's crashed. Where has he crashed? He's hit a wall. And safety car again, another full safety car. It's gutting from him, from Rob. He might join us in the chat, you don't know. He might just want to race engineer Moyland and Speedy. They are all in the party together. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Rob's always welcome in this party, as he always knows. But we'll wait and see what happens. Safety car now. This could be handy for those guys on the medium tyres. They could potentially pit now for a set of hards. Or they're going to try and hold out in case of a red flag, but I don't think there will be. We have seen a red flag in racing so far, not in this season or in this league. It was in TTFL on Friday, had a red flag, and it was around Mexico with a 2 or 3 car pile up. And as suspected, lead cars all come into the pits, and I would imagine onto the hard medium tyres for Moyland. And a new wing, so he did get damage earlier. So a new wing for Moyland, that's going to put him potentially behind if other cars don't pit. So Arse Kicker stayed out. He did pit earlier for the hard tyres. That's not surprising. Jack's come out on the medium, on the hards. So has Johnny. I'm wondering if Moyland has made some sort of mistake. Well, that was fun. Rob, what happened, mate? Also, can you confirm if Moyland's tyre choice is correct? Is he going for a 2-stop, a medium, medium, soft? Anyone else pitted? Let's have a look at the detail. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Jumped too far down. Okay, so top 3 all on the hard tyres. Moyland's chosen the mediums. Erez on the hards. Aldifa on hards. Speedy's put on a set of softs. Very, very brave. So he's also going for a 2-stop. Going for a soft medium. And Avi, Cherry, Carl and Chubb all on the hard tyre as... What's happened to Cherry? Okay, overtake there somehow on the safety car. Not too sure. Everyone has made their stops now anyway, but Moyland still needs to make a mandatory stop. He has only used 1 compound of tyre. No penalties so far. Biggest gainer at the moment, little ass kicker, with having pitted earlier, gained a lot of places. Biggest loser is Chubb so far, down 6. Front wing damage. I was going to 2-stop soft, medium, medium, locked up into the right hand and couldn't save it. There we go. So that's what happened to him. Erez has joined back, so Erez is now back in the race. He's up into 5th as well, so not too bad. We'll have a look at any other potential warnings or say, corner cuts. Cherry's got a warning, so has Speedy, and that is it. So very clean so far, considering what I saw in practice earlier. I would imagine safety car go around one more time at least. One more time. Errors struggling to stay in session, in and out all the time. It's not good for his connection. Hopefully it doesn't affect it too much. Let's get rid of that spectator menu. Safety car should be in this lab. We can have a little look round. What else can we have a look at? So at the moment we've got Ferris wheel over there on the right. Go into broadcast camera. A lot of screens about, I've got to say, with Vegas. It isn't anything to go by with a real circuit. It should be interesting. But yeah, it does look like a beautiful little scenery for an F1 race. Safety car keeps flashing somewhere. I don't know why it keeps flashing. Little boutiques and restaurants and hotels everywhere. Escalators outside. A dipping donut. I guess that's Dunkin'. A pirate ship in the corner there on the right hand side. Little pirate ship. So I'd imagine safety car will be in this lap as we are coming to the end of Sector 2. There we go, safety car in this lap. Let's look at the adverts there. Triple tacos, greasy biscuit, much burger. Typical little American advertisements. And again, we'll jump on board with the third place to see the start. Although keep in mind, Moreland is on the medium tyre, potentially doing a two-stop strategy here. So very late there, but good start there from Alex. Catching out Jack a tiny bit, not a ridiculous amount, as Johnny, I thought, was going to rear end the back of the Ferrari there. Does get it slowed down, but here comes Moreland on those mediums, already getting a place past. And that's a fantastic start there from the Red Bull. And he's now chasing down the Ferrari of Jack, the title contender at the moment, the lead in the championship. And he's already gone past Alex. It's fantastic racing here from Jack. And now he's gotten what he needs, a car between him and Moreland. Can he try and break away now through this slower section of track? Moreland all over the back, and a bit of contact there between him and the Alpine. And he's pushing him round, trying to get past all he can. He's got the medium tyres, needs to make the most of them. We have got a quick part of track here. Can Moreland send it around the outside? No, he can't. He's going to wait until the long straight, which should be an easy overtake for him. Needs a good exit out of this corner, and he does get a good one. Overtake being used here. Jack already 2 seconds into the distance. Moreland can see that. Oh, Alex closing the door on him as Johnny goes round the outside. Gets the move done. Now Moreland's got a second chance here. This is how long this straight is. Moreland's going to make a mistake and come back and still come out in second place. Fantastic driving and a good recovery. Very close to having an incident there, but Moreland up in the second. Johnny in third. Alex, you losing 2 places there, and he's now down into 4th place. But now the chase is on for the lead. 1.5 seconds gap. Johnny is still right behind Moreland, hoping to probably follow him through on those quicker tyres. You go, who is in the pits there? That's Erez in the pits. Erez has spun. Erez has had a spin right in front of the pit lane. And he's into the pits. I imagine to be retired. Can't imagine him staying out too much longer. Or is he going for, he's going for a new wing. Another new wing there for Erez. And onto the medium tyres for him. Johnny and Moyland still very close. Moyland 1.2, 1.1 seconds now between him and Jack. He is on those medium tyres, so he will be a lot quicker than the championship leader. Speedy is also chasing down Avi in 6th place, the battle for 5th. Ali Defa trying to stay in that battle there, just outside the DRS at the moment. Coming down the long straight now. Jack seems to get a good exit out of that corner. It looks like he's got a lower downforce setup. Does seem to pull away a little bit from Moyland here. And here we go, Speedy made the move there on Avi. Great overtake. He's now up into 5th place, using that back straight to his advantage. Cherry also now involved in this little battle, chasing down Ali Defa. Moyland fast lap of the race, 135.1. Unsurprising on those quick tyres. Now here we go, we're watching the battle here for first place. I will say first because Jack is within, or Jack, Moyland's within DRS, I believe, of Jack. Oh no, he's not, just outside of it. But he will be soon. Keeps on pushing, he'll be in that DRS. Jack not using up much overtake, 70% overtake. Moyland's being told his pit window is open. I'm assuming he doesn't want to hear that right now. He's just been on those tyres, so he doesn't want to have to come into pit so soon. Huge lead these three have now between the nearest rival of Alex. Alex is being chased down by Speedy as well. So we'll have a little glance at tyres again. Where are they? There they are. So Speedy is on those soft tyres, remember. So Speedy has got a lot of pace on these softs and needs to use it. So we'll jump back and we'll have a look as Speedy making the move now. Down the back straight. Fantastic speed there with DRS as well to help him along. I don't think he needs it with those soft tyres. There's not much Alex can do. He's completely maxed out there. Oh, it's deep dive from Speedy. Struggles with that corner, but does seem to get a great exit, I've got to say. Moyland within, wow, 1/10 of Jack. That DRS really pulling him forward. 134.7, fastest lap from him. Now, this is not what Jack wanted. Not so much for Moyland to catch up, but he has brought Johnny to the party as well. These Johnny and Jack are on the same strategy. Moyland has got to do one more stop. So Moyland just trying to feel his way around at the moment. Doesn't want to rush it too much. Give or take, about the halfway stage of this circuit. He wants to make those mediums last as long as possible, so I'm assuming he wants to go on to the soft tyres at the end. DRS not enabled on this part of the straight. Well, it's not a straight, it's a bit of a bendy straight. But not so straight. Little incidents happened there, I think, with Cherry as he's fallen down and into 10th. DRS will be enabled here for Moyland. I don't think Jack can do much about it either. This straight is so long. Look at the overspeed. Maxing out, we'll see what the speed is going to hit. 217 miles an hour compared to Jack's 209. So nearly 10 miles an hour more with that DRS in tow. And Moyland has taken the lead of this race and needs to pull away now as quick as possible. Needs to break DRS and just try and gap for his next pit stop. Purple sector for him. Obviously, he did get slowed down a little bit by Jack and Johnny. So can Johnny make an overtake here? He has got DRS now on Jack. Jack has got it on Moyland though. The gap seems to stretch a little bit. Moyland is going to get reeled in quite a lot here. 3/10 gain there from Jack. This part of track now, Moyland needs to pull away as much as he can. While Jack hasn't got DRS, he needs to make the most of this. And look at the traction he's getting on every exit. Makes me think that Jack has got a lower downforce setup because Moreland is very quick through this section of track, and then Jack reels it back in on the straight. Not a lot though, gotta say, not a lot. At the moment it's enough to keep him in contention. Cherry with a 10-second penalty. Huge penalty there for Cherry. DRS again, so Jack now will definitely have the overspeed to catch Moreland and overtake him. There's not much Moreland can do here as Jack flies back past and retakes the lead of this race. It's the problem Moreland's going to have now. He is on the faster tyre, but he just can't seem to break away from Jack. With the amount that, with that length of DRS, it's quite ridiculous to be honest. So overpowered around here by the looks of it. But Moreland going to look to go on the inside. No, thinks better of it. Moreland probably thinking more long game at the moment. Different lines that two drivers take here. Moreland with DRS again. Now this DRS straight doesn't seem long enough to be effective. Although saying that, no, he's pulled out of it. I mean, Moreland could have had a little send down there, but thought better of it. "10-second gap as Speedy up into 4th place now. Arse Kicker's gone right down the pack now. There must have a bit of an error there, or Speedy just overtaken him and he just got swallowed up. But he does get a penalty there, Speedy. I did say that he struggles with the track limits around there, and there's his first 3-second penalty. Still got the gap though, so he still maintains 4th. Now Moreland now. Again, long old DRS straight here. Is Jack going to try to defend it? Doesn't look like he is. Jack knows it's coming. Moreland flies past 221 miles an hour clock there. Moreland, oh, a bit twitchy on the exit. This could mean Jack can come back. Jack's going to look, oh, lift off a little bit there, Jack. Is he going to try and send it into turn 1? No. Thinks better of it. Although, a bit of a wide exit there from Moreland does allow the space. Avi and Chubb have had a connection. And Avi got a 5-second penalty there. 5-second penalty for Avi for connection with Chubb. Moreland and Jack side by side. Jack does get the overtake done down that DRS straight. I think Moreland's a bit more punchy here. Needs to be a bit more aggressive on the defence. He needs to get past Jack. He needs to gap. He can't afford to battle like this. He still needs to pit for a hard set of tyres or a soft set of tyres, one of the two, a different compound at least. As Arse Kicker's gone straight on. He's going to be very careful with his rejoin, and he nearly makes a connection there with Mr. Carl. And Avi comes. That's given Speedy a lot of breathing room there. 13-second gap. Moreland again. I think we're going to see this a lot in real life as well as in this race, is constant changing between 1st and 2nd. Has Johnny got the pace to go round Jack? He does. This could be what Moreland needs now. Moreland now needs to push as hard as he can while Johnny has got in front of Jack. And he's noticed it and he's doing so. Johnny needs to stay with Jack. That's all he needs to focus on. He doesn't really need to worry about Moreland too much. He obviously wants to hang on to him as much as possible. But Jack now sending it into turn 1. Johnny goes very wide there. I wonder if there was contact between the two. I didn't see anything. Jack looks like it was a very aggressive move. And Moreland has it all to do again as Jack is gaining on the back of him. I don't think Jack's close enough this time round though to make the overtake like he did on the last lap. So it's now, this is the part of track where Moreland needs to pull. But there's not many slow parts. This track is very... Oh, Jack's made a mistake. Jack goes a bit squirrely. As I was saying, this track is a very American track with the amount of straights and high speed sections. Like, there's not many corners. It's not many, slow chicanes, stuff like that. It's very quick, this track. This DRS is far too long, I think. It needs to be a lot shorter. Like, to be activated here, and you've got potentially 2/3 of the straight to go, I think maybe activate it here and have a slight smaller section of track. Although Moreland's managed to hold on this time, which is what he needed to do. So Moreland now, he does use up a lot of overtake to do that. Defends it early. Or is into the pit? No, Moreland's into the pits. So he couldn't make the most of his strategy there. The two-stop not working out for him. He will come out probably just behind Speedy. But Speedy also on a two-stop strategy. But now he's on the softs. So really, now Moreland needs a safety car. Well, I don't know. If that's he doesn't need a safety car. He doesn't want it. He wants this just to carry on as normal. Oh, mistake there from Speedy. And it does allow Moreland to stay ahead. Now the gap, 16 seconds needed to catch. I'm not sure it's going to be possible. Johnny and Jack going to battle it out now for the remainder of this race. Can Johnny hold on? He is within DRS. He does look very quick, Johnny. It really looked like he stepped out a little bit there, but maybe it's just the game. I thought the rear stepped out from Johnny Stokes there. But this is what I'm saying with this DRS straight. It's so overpowered. The gap now, 7 tenths. DRS open. And he's going to gain all of that back. Saying that though, he's gained half a second down that straight. Without any overtake used at all. He's using it now though, but... Oh, Jack's to the pits. Jack's pitting. Jack's reacting to Moreland there. Jack feels threatened by Moreland, I think. So now Moreland needs to push as hard as he can with Jack into the pits. And by the looks of the gap, I think Moreland's going to jump in by quite a few seconds. He's coming out the pits now. Yeah, Moreland's way out ahead. Fantastic undercut there from Moreland. I'm not sure why Jack needed the pit there though. He's lost 3 seconds. It's going to be more than that as well because his tyres are going to be quite cold. Oh, Speedy's in the pits as well. So Speedy pitting for his final stop on his soft tyres. So he's going to come out just behind his teammate. And I imagine his teammate will just let him pass. He knows he's on a faster tyre. I can't see him battling that too much. Yeah, he does let him straight through. Good teamwork there. I wonder what Johnny's going to do now though. Will Johnny pit or will Johnny try and stay out? He has 12-second lead. That will definitely diminish as the race goes on. Moreland's staying ahead of Jack with 3 seconds gap. I mean, if Johnny does pit here, he's going to fall way out of the potential for a race win. 11 seconds the gap between him and Moreland. 13, 14 seconds between him and Jack. And the gap when Moreland came out was 16 seconds. So I think Johnny needs to stay out and just try and battle on track. Johnny wants to play with a safety car right now. Johnny needs a safety car or some sort of red flag or something to get a fresh set of boots on and not lose out on a place. Arse Kicker and Avi having a little battle here as gets straight past there. I wonder if Alex is going to be able to do the same. Sorry, not Alex, Carl. But Carl's backed out of that one. 10 seconds the gap between Moreland and Johnny. We'll stay on board with this battle here, though, for 4th place. Speedy, very quick, though. He's right behind this little battle, so Speedy could easily pick up his 4th place again. That's how much of the gap Speedy had when he did come into pits. He has not lost out on too much time. He has got that 3-second penalty though to contend with, so he's got to deal with that. Oh, Jack's got a penalty. That could be crucial in this race. 3-second penalty. Speedy flying past Carl there. Might as well be in the left 2 car. Brilliant overtake there. He's on the soft tyres, obviously. So a different level, these soft tyres. Oh, a bit wide there from Speedy. He gets thrown up on the curb a little bit. Moyland still 9 seconds away. Needs to gain a lot more to catch up to Johnny. I've not seen any faster laps being made either. Speed now needs to be a bit punchy because he's going to have a lot to do. I reckon these 2 drivers will get past Alex on this straight because that's how long it is with the DRS. Both drivers will fly past Alex here. Look, Alex might as well be stationary. Tries to close the door on Speedy, not working there. Speedy now only Avi in front on these soft tyres. You'd imagine be an easy overtake. Avi goes deep into the corner, it gives him a bad exit. So Speedy has the opportunity now for the overtake going into the final corner, and he's found a bit of pace here. Can he go on the inside? Is he going to go for it? He is going to go for it side by side through there. Squeaky bum time. Great overtake there from Speedy in the AlphaTauri. Very, very brave, and he gets into 4th place, but now has to find 3 seconds on at least on Alex, because Alex is right behind. Avi's got the same amount of penalties, I believe, as Speedy. Gap between Johnny and Moyland, 7.7 seconds. Jack has gained a second on Moyland, but with that penalty, it's not going to help him. We have Alex now pushing round Avi, and he will have DRS in a few corners' time. Speedy's already broken DRS. He's done what he needed to do on those soft tyres, which is fantastic for him. But Avi's not able to shake the little arse kicker. And I think Avi's going to get his little arse kicked in a minute as he goes through the detection point any second now for the DRS. Round this corner, detection point is here. He will definitely have it. Overtake here just to get him in the groove. And here we go. Overtake open. Avi might as well be pulled still. And look at it. Nothing Avi can do. There's so much space around here. Just has to watch as the Alpine flies back past him. Oh, late on the brakes from Avi. Lucky it wasn't a lock up there. I thought I could see a repeat of Hungary in real life. But arse kick up, back up into 5th, and now on the chase of Speedy. Speedy needs to break that 3-second gap. Avi having another little look on the inside though. Left a lot of room there by arse kicker. It goes deep into turn 1 and loses out. And that's potentially going to save Speedy from the penalty. 5.7 seconds the gap between Moyland and Johnny. 1.5 seconds the gap between Jack and Moyland, but Jack has got a penalty to contend with. Oh, deep there from Avi. I'm trying to make sure I get all the cinematic and action shots I can for Jack's TikTok, or the RPR TikTok that Jack is running. Does look really good so far, I've got to say. Jack's doing a really good job. So right now, 1.2 seconds the gap between him and Moyland. I reckon those soft tyres are starting to feel a bit worse for wear, because the gap isn't really coming down between Johnny and Moyland. Jack's going to be a bit annoyed with himself there, I think, for pitting. He is on the soft tyres as well, but again, he's in the same sort of boat. Those tyres are going to start to fall off. And I think Johnny's tyres are okay to last him. 4.9, 4.8 seconds the gap. Arse kicker and Avi trading places yet again. Down that long back straight. This time Avi getting a second gap before the end of the lap. The arse kicker has been on these tyres for a long time as well, don't forget. 21 laps on these tyres on the Alpine. We have an overtake here as Carl's coming into pits. Is it for damage? Or going to have a fast lap maybe? I mean, he potentially could, because Erez is nowhere near. It's a new wing and a set of softs. So Erez is currently nowhere near. So anyone in this top 10 can pit for fastest lap potentially. 4 seconds the gap between Moyland and Johnny. Moyland's going to be pushing as hard as he can to catch up. Johnny's pushing on 8% overtake as he goes into this braking zone here to gain some back. Jack can't gain the ground on Moyland. And the gap is coming down, but with only 2 laps left, can Moyland find the pace he needs to overtake the current race leader, Johnny Stokes? All the gaps are kind of opened up a little bit. Obviously, Carl and Aldiv are very close, but Carl will just put on a fresh set of softs, so that'll be extending very, very quickly. More than 3.4 seconds. He's raced into a bit of a time trial right now. Just try and catch back up again. He needs quali laps to the end to try and get within an overtaking position. All he's got to do is get in some sort of DRS for that last straight. And if he can do that, the move's guaranteed pretty much. Right now, 3-second gap. Jack still can't get rid of DRS, which is good for Moyland. There's no one to battle with at the moment. Both these drivers are pushing as hard as they can. Moyland should be able to start to see a car ahead, and he can. A little flashing light, a little blink of hope. Can he do it? It'll be on the last lap if he can do it. Yellow flags are waving as I believe that Aldiva's gone round, and it is no wing as well. Formula Ford for him. That wouldn't bring out a safety car right now. Imagine if we brought out a red flag and ended the race. 2.5 seconds the gap. Moyland needs to really push now on this lap. He's got essentially half a lap to try and find a second and a bit. It's going to be so close. Moyland's pushing all his might. Johnny trying to keep away as all as he can, and Jack's trying to hold on as well. It's going to be so close to the end of this race. 2 seconds the gap between these drivers. He's got 9 attempts to find in 3 corners, which is going to be near impossible, but can he do it? He can see him ahead. He's went for a bold 2-stop strategy. He can see the car ahead. He can see the target. I don't think it's going to be possible. He needs to have a fantastic exit out of this corner to get rid of DRS. I don't think it's possible. He does go for a bit of a send into that corner. He's not going to get DRS. He's just going to have to push as hard as he can. He got within a second, a bit too late. Oh no, Jack's within a second, but Jack's too far away. Jack's too far away from Moyland. Moyland is 1.7 seconds from a race win. Jack 7 attempts from a second, well, from getting back into it. One more lap was all was needed, I think, from Moyland, and a bit of a wide there. He's pushed as hard as he can, but the credit is going to go to Johnny. Didn't blink, didn't waver, and he takes the race win. Very happy with himself there. Moyland comes in second, Jack takes third. Speedy, little way away, will come in fourth. If he can, actually, oh yeah, he will, yeah, sorry, the gap, both of them penalties. But that was a fantastic race. Moyland had to pit for his strategy. Jack tried to react to Moyland, thinking that Moyland was going to catch by the end of the race. I think if Jack didn't pit, oh, Avi's crashed on the last lap. Avi's binned it. Avi's binned it. Speedy will take fourth. I want to see what happens to Avi. He's gone straight on. Gone straight on. Cherry's had a bit of a... Oh, they've all overtaken Avi. That's what it was. Speedy comes in fourth. Arse Kicker comes in fifth. Cherry's going to take 6th place. Chubb will take 7th. Oh, no, he won't. Chubb will take 6th for the penalties. Oh, his 10-second penalty. That could get rescinded. You don't know. Let's wait and see. But at the moment, credit goes to Chubb. Cherry takes 7th. Carl takes 8th and gets points. Alidifa will take 9th place. And that's how it will finish. Ares won't get any points for this race, as Avi will take the last point. He will be classified, I should say. So he will get the last point there. And Alidifa finishes off the session. But what a race. Like I was saying, I think Eagle Eye, thank you. I think where Moylan had the pit 3 strategy, Jax reacted to it thinking that, do you know what, if I don't pit, Moylan's going to catch us. Yes and no. I think if he stayed out and continued his fight with Johnny, that would have slowed him down, and yeah, Moylan would definitely call. So the best thing that happened there for Johnny was that Jack pitted, which gave Johnny open space, free reign to just push as hard as he can, save his tyres and do what he needs to do to get across the line. And by doing so, he does take the race win. So well done, Johnny. Um, Definitely my driver of the day. I think I've got to say he's fantastic. A lot of pace there. Moreland, a good shout out from him. Good idea of the strategy. Jack probably panicked a little bit. I would say he probably blinked and didn't have the nerve to stay out. That was a lot more fun than expected. Johnny did so well to hang on. Yeah, Johnny did fantastic. So my driver of the day goes to Johnny Stokes. Like I said, he didn't waver. He didn't panic when he saw Moylan and Jack both pitting. He stayed out and stuck to his guns, and it worked out brilliantly for him. I think Moylan, if he wasn't battling so hard with Jack, could have probably got the race win. And if Jack stayed out and battled with Johnny a bit more, again, Moylan could have caught the race win there. But it was a great race to watch in the end. So Speedy comes in 4th, Arse Kicker takes 5th, 6th place is Chubb. Cherry comes in 7th, but that 10-second penalty could get rescinded. Depends on the situation. I don't know what happened there. So we'll wait and see on that. On these two in particular, Carl comes in 8th, Alidifa in 9th. Avi will take 10th place, the Olo DNFing, and Erez, although wasn't here for the majority of the race, will be in 11th, but will not score any points. And we had DNFers, which unfortunately was Frenzy would have disqualified at the start, and Rob Sim Racer. So only 2, which was quite surprising considering the nature of the track. But fantastic race around Vegas. Be interesting to see what happens in real life, considering the DRS straight, how long that is. I'm hoping that gets adapted before they start racing, because I think that is ridiculously long. I think having it as essentially 2/3 of the straight is a bit overpowered. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But thank you very much everyone who watched. I will go through the messages and say thank you to everyone who commented. Thank you to COMMS and Cairo, for Ari, to Laser, to Dutch Face, Mrs. Carl, and obviously to Rob and Moyland, and all you guys that watched at home. Thank you very much. I will check quickly what our next race is going to be. I might need to have to mute the stream, actually, to mute the sound, because I think I might get demonetized with the background graph music with this game. Let's just turn that off, because I don't want to get my stream demonetized or copyright strikes or anything like that. So let's have a little look quickly at the next track. Where is the calendar? There it is. Next track will be the Hungarian Grand Prix next week. Unfortunately, I won't be here. I am away on holiday. I will be back for the Australian Grand Prix. So I do look forward to that. But thank you very much to everyone who watched. Do subscribe or do follow and subscribe if you want to subscribe. I will be back racing on Friday in TTFL and RPR. There's no commentary anymore because Rob has taken a seat, which is good. I want Rob to take a seat up. But if you know anyone that wants to commentate or wants to do this, and thinks they can do this, send me a message either via Twitch or Discord, and we hook you up. We'll start you off slowly if you want to. You're new to it, you're a bit shy, but yeah, do let me know. But thank you very much, everyone that watched. I'm DxT Hobo, and good night.